On today's video, I'm going to be taking you on a driving tour through Redbud Gardens, a custom home community in Celina, Texas by J. Anthony Homes. These are on 1 acre lots with beautiful curb appeal and a lot of character. I'll be going over everything from the tax rate, HOA fees, to the pros and cons of living here and how this neighborhood stacks up against the other 1 acre communities in the area. I'll also talk about the price points and how these homes stand out and take a drive through the neighborhood so you can really get a feel for it. So stick around and see if Redbud Gardens could be the right fit for your next move. So that makes sense.
Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be doing a driving tour through the neighborhood Redbud Gardens over here on the northeast side of Celina, Texas, off Custer Road and really close to where the extension of the Collin County Outer Loop is going to be going into. This area of Celina is very underdeveloped. So if you want to be on a custom home, a 1 acre lot, and be around developments and infrastructure, probably not going to be the neighborhood for you. Maybe check back in with this neighborhood in about 3 to 4 years from now. But if you're okay being kind of on the quieter side of Celina for now, and you really want to be on a 1 acre lot and be within a custom home with a great builder, this neighborhood could be a good option. I do see some of my families buying over in these areas with these 1 acre custom homes. If they are a work from home, not a lot of my commuters or my buyers who have to commute down into Dallas buy over in these areas. So maybe if you're a work from home and you have a budget of about $1.9 million up to $3 million. This neighborhood is going to offer great homes, great curb appeal, and a lot of space on your backyard to be able to put in a lot of amenities on it. Now for the builder in here, it's just going to be J. Anthony. No other custom builder is going into this neighborhood. There's only going to be about 26 lots, and it looks like right now from the builder's website is that they've actually gone through and sold about half of this neighborhood right now. So I'll go through the details today. We'll drive around this one. I've been waiting for a little bit. A while ago, I would say like maybe 8 months to a year ago, I had a video on this neighborhood, but it was like brand spanking new. There was just kind of lots lined out. The grading was just finished. I don't even think they had a sign out yet. And I was showing you guys just the area and talking about what I thought was going to be projected within this neighborhood. And I think when I had that video out, I was saying, well, at least there was some quick move-ins, I think already on the MLS when I made that video. And I think they were putting prices at like $2.4, $2.5 million. So since then, and just because of the market, I think some of these prices have really dropped right now. And it looks like there's homes in here that are going to sell sub $2 million. My impression was that when they started marketing this property back in the day, I say back in the day, like maybe half a year ago, I was under the impression homes in here were going to be over $2 million. But for right now, it looks like some homes are listing around like 1.875 or the $1.9 million mark. So that seems to be a little bit different than what I thought was going to be happening about 8 to 6 months ago. And I think that just goes into what's kind of happening with the market right now. Now for this neighborhood, it is zoned for Celina, Texas. It's going to be within Collin County. The tax rate in here though is interesting. When I pulled out the MLS, it was putting this tax rate just below 1.5%. And I believe that's because it's outside city limits. So once you start getting this far into Celina, you actually start getting a cheaper tax rate. And I believe that's what's happening with this neighborhood. And maybe the builder's watching my video or someone else is, I haven't worked with anyone yet in this neighborhood just because there's not a lot of lots. And also the price point, my buyers right now are going more towards Harper Estates rather than this neighborhood because I think Harper Estates is still getting you on a 1 acre. You're still getting a custom home feel. You're going to be able to put your amenities on there that you want, but it's gated. And you're at like the $1.1, $1.2 million mark rather than just down the street. This neighborhood, don't get me wrong, J. Anthony is going to provide a very good custom product, but you're going to be spending another $900 to $1 million on top of what you could be buying over at Harper Estates. And that neighborhood is gated, but over in that neighborhood, you are going to have a PID of like $9,000 rather than this neighborhood where I don't believe that applies. Now, within here, tax rate, it's going to be Collin County, Collin College, and Celina ISD. So you can see on there, I didn't say the city of Celina, even though you are in Celina. It seems like this neighborhood is outside of city limits. HOA in this neighborhood is going to be $900 annually, which is pretty good. For a custom home neighborhood with these size lots, $900 annually, I think that's decent. You're not going to get any other amenities on here, but you have a big enough piece of land. I think you can find a way to fit the amenities that you want on it. Homes for sale in here right now, Cheapest one is a 2026 5-bed, 5.5 bath, 5,246 square feet, priced at $1,875,000 at $357 per square foot on a 1-acre piece of land. And then the most expensive home right now is a 2025 5-bed, 5.5 bath, 5,861 square feet, priced at $2,435,000 at $413 per square foot on 1.4 acres of land. Here is the plat map. Blue is going to show available, gray is going to show sold. So you can see from this plat map, looks like half of the neighborhood is still available for you to be able to buy a lot and then build on it. Now the lots in here, there's 27 lots that are going to be in this neighborhood. They're going to range from 1 acre to 1.4, but the prices right now are ranging from about $320K to, I believe, $350 to $400K, that number right now. So just a lot is going to cost you $300,000 to $400,000, and then you are going to build another $1.4, $1.8 million house on top of that. And then the square footage on the lot sizes in here, on the smaller side, it's going to be around 43,000 square feet. That's going to be your 1 acre lot. And then for those 1.4 acre lots, they're going to be around 54,000 square feet. So 54,000 square feet on your lot is more of the oversized, but I would say the average in here is going to put you around like 43,000 square feet on that lot. No amenities and no sidewalks, but you're not going to really get sidewalks with 1 acre lots. I can't even remember the last neighborhood I went through that had sidewalks on 1 acre lots. They just don't do that around here, so that's not really a thing. You're just going to have to walk on the street. School zoning is going to be zoned for Martin Elementary, Moore Middle School, and Celina High School. Commute times out of here down to Dallas is going to be 1 hour, 5 minutes away. DFW Airport is going to be 49 minutes away. Frisco is going to be 30 minutes away. Fort Worth is going to be 1 hour, 20 minutes away. The nearest grocery store is going to be 12 minutes away, and the nearest hospital is going to be 20 minutes away. Pros for this neighborhood: lot sizes will be great. Everything's going to be over 1 acre. J. Anthony is one of the top builders when it comes to custom stuff. What they provide is really cool layouts, elevations, and it's going to be a true custom feel within there, but you are going to be paying at a premium. All the homes are going to look unique as well. I could even see some of the elevations right now. It really does feel a lot more custom in this neighborhood, even compared to some of the other 1 acre homes with Olivia Clark just across the street at like the residence at Cottage Hill. Now, the homes on the perimeter are going to have nice thick tree lines, but the home's interior, you're maybe not going to get as good of privacy. So maybe you have to put some trees around your pool or another little fence line, but everything fence-wise between you and your neighbor is going to be a wrought iron fence. So that's why it's not going to have the best privacy. But some of the homes along the perimeter, more on the south side and the east side, the north side tree line seemed a little bit less dense than the other areas, so you might not get as good of privacy. I mean, it's great privacy right now because nothing's built around you. These fields are still empty. There's really nothing else built right now over in this area, but eventually, some point, that will change. You're also going to have easy access onto the Collin County Outer Loop once that's built. So that will give you access to 75 Highway and Dallas North Tollway. Now, I don't expect Collin County Outer Loop to be connected to 75 Highway, at least for like the next 2 to 3 years, but that will be an option where you drive south. You either go out towards the east and you head on to 75 Highway, and that's a freeway to go down to Dallas, or you head out towards the west. That takes you over to the Dallas North Tollway, and then you head south down to Dallas, or maybe out to the DFW Airport, but that will be a tollway, so that will be more expensive to drive down. The other cool thing about this area is that eventually there'll be new schools. So like right now, the main con is that nothing is around this area. So like I was saying at the beginning of this video, if you are okay with being on the quieter side of Celina, but being far away from things, that's kind of where this neighborhood's going to be at right now, and probably going to be for the next at least 2 to 3 years until they start building more infrastructure along here. But I'm talking restaurants, banks, hospitals, ERs, vet, preschools. Literally all that type of stuff is at least 10 to 15 minutes away from you. And then to be able to hop on actually a quick road, still going to be about 10 minutes away. So that's kind of the frustrating thing there, is that you aren't going to be close to anything over on this side. The other thing that's going to be a con in here is that we just don't know what's going to be built around the neighborhood, right? So even though it is new construction, that is a great thing because you're going to be able to pick your lot. You're going to be able to build your own custom floor plan and all that kind of stuff. That's great. But around the neighborhood, you just don't know. So if you're a little bit more risk adverse, I would say go with an interior lot. But if you're okay with kind of taking a chance on what gets built behind you, I would still say go with the south side or the east side of the neighborhood because those tree lines were pretty dense. But you still could get apartment complexes, shopping centers, other commercial things coming around to this area into the future. Now, they still could put other 1-acre lots in other neighborhoods over here. That could happen, which would be great. But for right now, it just looks undetermined to what is going to be built around here, right? You will have new schools coming to the area over by Harper Estates. Another con is really just the schools are a lot further away. So if you do have a kid in elementary school or middle school, and they can't drive themselves, well, just know you will be driving at least 15 minutes to take your kid to school until Celina ISD starts developing on some of the land around here, because I have looked at the MLS and I do see they own some land on the northwest side of Harper Estates over there. So maybe that turns into a high school or a middle school or something. But for right now, the closest middle school is going to be along Preston Road until they open the middle school that's over by the Collin County Outer Loop. So that's going to be the deal right now with Redbud Gardens. If you have any other questions about building with J. Anthony or this neighborhood or some of the other 1-acre lot options over in Celina, Texas, please give me a call or send me a text. I have all my information down below. Would love to work with you and your family on your home search. Other than that, peace out, y'all, and take it easy as always. Thanks for checking out my channel and watching that video. I got more videos floating around here. If you're in the market to buy or sell real estate in the DFW area, contact me. I will be happy to answer any of your questions. Besides that,